Yo, what up, YouTube? What up, what up, what up? Today, we gonna title this entry, motherfucking, stuffed crust Gino's Pizza Rolls. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying, Purple Shitness Gym at 4545B, okay, off of 40 Highway, that I went to the gym to. I gave them several opportunities to act right. I had to remove several individuals out of that back room. If y'all understand, certain type of situations pertaining to like witchcraft, so on and so forth, all of these things was being placed on me just for going to the gym for 1 hour. And, with slogans like "you belong" and "be yourself," this type of shit, this is a spawn of a new breed. You know what I'm saying? And for those who are indicated by the apple of their eye, if you understand what I'm saying, if you don't become, a spiritual man or a child of God, if you don't become that type of new creature, then oftentimes you are rendered into a horse leech. You understand what I'm saying? And these entities needed not only guidance, okay, but spiritual life force energy. And they feed off of negative energy. And that's just how it goes. And unfortunately, a lot of these entities indicate themselves as being Ray, or actually they were accusing me of being Ray, and seem to be standoffish and fearful. But the fact of the matter is Ray is not a horse leech. Okay, Ray does not need, okay, particularly your energy. That's not what the case is. Like I said, that was a job or a position. And if you understand spiritual warfare and the spiritual warfare that we're in, all right now is the time of the beast. Okay, so somebody else is operating that part, all right, in the black cube, okay, which this world we exist inside, okay, is inside of a black cube. So there has been a spiritual warfare, and due to mankind's fall, this is where this entity is sitting, and it's a crustacean. All right, it's kind of like a crab, or what individuals would indicate as a cancer. All right, that used to be my former job. All right, I was a minion. I guess it was indicative of the world before. Okay, this time. Okay, the prior world. Okay, and of course I didn't have flesh. I wasn't in a human body. Okay, I've been during this age in this world. I've been back several times, and you come back through one side, and you select what decade you want to be born in. And for me, I was set up in Walmart, and I was selected out by my parents, and that's how I mean, I actually went through the birth and everything. Maybe it was insemination. I don't know what happened. Right? I'm not a Mason. I don't have that type of knowledge, but I am a spiritual, individual. I remember where I came from before I was born. I remember where I was at before this earth. I remember how things kicked off with this earth and this world as far as my own particular path. Okay. And I go back so far that I remember, like, I understand the process, okay, of many of the individuals. Like, a lot of females don't understand, like, before a lot of females, before you was necessarily a female, okay, that individuals oftentimes were sexless. Where I came from Hyperia. Now, the image that I drew, I said that we were androgyne. That's not true. We didn't have sexes. We didn't have any of that. But I was trying to indicate to you is closely correlated with androgyne. We were complete. We were as a flower. A flower has both male and female parts being complete in one body. You understand what I'm saying? And it's just a thing, man, where you know, going to this gym, man. Um, you know, to complete this thought, a lot of females back in prior and former times of creation, what I was going to say is coming from an androgyne place. A lot of females were created. Okay, females were created. All right, and there was a process, so I understand the whole trans situation, so on and so forth. In the early days, okay, of this age, of this world or this period or whatever, maybe not this exact age, but as the world kicked off, when I came through Walmart, there was females being created. This is not me saying that there was particularly only males. I don't exactly know how it was, but females was created, and there was a process that went with that. Anybody that has personal questions with that or want to have a conversation about that, we can have that conversation. Okay, but anybody in the know, they know that, and they'll either tell you, or generally I'm the only one speaking out. They'll be hush hush because they're probably Masons and they're under the secret. All right, so this gets into the indication of individuals with their having confusion or complexities with their sexuality, so on and so forth, and the oppressions of this world. Okay, with their insecurities, but formerly, you know what I'm saying, things went a certain type of way. Purple Fitness is this type of gym when they're getting seated, okay, with this entity, all right, through the eye, the quill through the eye of what you call Ray. And I just want to point out that the little horn that is spoken of in Revelation, on top of that horn, that quisp or whatever that sits in there, is not correlative with the dragon that the horn sits upon. You see, the horn represents powers. And Ray, as you understand it, when it says Jesus Christ is the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the ending, it means every individual from the moment that you're a sperm and you enter the egg and you're born, all right, to the day that you die. And also from the first man to the last man, okay, that's created, which is either going to be a spiritual man or it's going to be a carnal man. You're going to either be, and if you're a carnal man, you're an old man of renown. And if you're a spiritual man, you're the new creature or the new creation. All right, that came by way of Christ. All right, so this is where a lot of confusion comes in pertaining to Scripture. But going to this gym, being seen, just the type of things that I have to put up with, in this world, we have things called like alpha male, so on and so forth. Listen, none of these dynamics are nothing that I've really particularly paid any attention to. You either a male or female. You understand what I'm saying? If you're trans or otherwise, then I automatically in my mind, I link that back, okay, to prior times, and I understand that. What I see today is a confusion between all of that and individuals that don't have any understanding of how things went down. Maybe you were born later, so on and so forth, and don't remember, okay, who you were prior to this world, okay? You had a life prior to this world, okay? So going into Planet Fitness, you can imagine the animosity between ancients and these ancient spirits, so on and so forth, that only see me as a clay vessel and a human being, knowing that I remember them, okay, when they used to honor me as the so-called sixth god, all right, and they're confusing me with the sixth god. They're all calling me Ray, and the thing is I'm not doing that job right now. I'm on Earth. You know what I'm saying? So when you come to someone that's ancient, that has an ancient spirit that's been around, not as an old man of renown, okay? Jesus Christ is my elder. It's written in Scripture. He knows some of us from the foundation of the earth. I knew him, okay? He had a red robe. He's at the end of a red picnic table, all right? And there was Michael, and there was the other angels, so on and so forth. Who you know as angels, okay? But these individuals that have an issue with me, it's like, I don't need your little masonry secrets. You understand what I'm saying? I'm a lot older than a lot of people, but where I come from in Hyperia, I'm 13 years old. I have a baby sister named Cricket. Okay. I have a younger sister that we call Kid Wells. Okay. Or Aiko. Okay. And she's about 8 years old. You understand what I'm saying? So when I have to deal with these things, it's like dealing with people who want to start some type of spiritual war with me. because you learn some little witchcraft or something, and it's like a kid splashing at the knees. I really don't want to hurt you. I mean, when you come at me with witchcraft, I deal with you with spiritual law. I see people get closed up all day. I collapse corporations. All right. And I'm telling you that Planet Purple Shitness Gym Pizza Hut is a sick place. They're attracted to energy. They're attracted to when I drink coffee. And today I couldn't help myself. I woke up and I went to the gym today, even though they canceled my membership yesterday. Even though I was directly harassed yesterday. I cried out for help. I told the lady that I was being harassed and they canceled my membership only. Okay. They did not investigate the situation. I had been going there longer than most of their individuals there. In fact, most of their individuals that went there were attracted to my energy. Anybody in government or masonry knows that would know that I'm telling the truth. I still got that energy. If I come around you, I could light up a room. I don't even have to smile. I'm talking about the Holy Spirit of God. I got it for real. You could feel it when you come around me. All right. And I got to tell you, they always had an issue with me. They always had some type of subversion of trying to kick me out of the gym because they felt uncomfortable. There were some individuals that were cool, but individuals that are in the trans dynamic that may be cat gender, so on and so forth. Okay. When you come around a dude like me, that is comfortable in my energy and in my spirit, in the spirit of God or what have you, when the light shines, the roaches scatter. Okay. Demons don't want the light to shine. And this has nothing to do with their physical, carnal minded insecurities. It has more so to do with the fact, with their personal, actually, it does have to do with that. It has to do with their personal issues based upon things that are carnal. I'm not paying attention to anybody whatsoever. Anybody that goes back and looks at those cameras from the duration that I went there, you will see the charade and the people who followed me there and the strange, bizarre activity and nature of these individuals. I held up the Masonic distress sign, so on and so forth. Nobody helped me. There were some individuals that I can't pronounce that was that kind of covertly helped me and things, so on and so forth. All right. But it's a so-called Nazi establishment. You know what I'm saying? And this thing didn't have nothing to do with racism. If you understand spiritual things, I'm speaking about something very hot. All right. Most of you only understand Nazi culture through what happened here with the Holocaust, so on and so forth. This thing goes way back, way deep. All right. All right. This is advanced, what I'm talking about. All right. These are old beefs, ancient beefs, so on and so forth that was being orchestrated and carried out. And, when you go there, you have a lot of these places. There's a list of businesses on the infrastructure, such as Planet Fitness is one. Walmart is one. There's who knows? These big block places like Target, these places that'll never go out of business. It's a list that when you enter into the secrets, that you sign up to one of these major corporations or companies, and they pretty much umbrella or practically own your lives, and you're reborn into this world, and they give you a lump sum of money, and that's the money you get for your entire eternity. So you get a shit ton of money for pertaining to this time that you are in the world. But after that, if you spend that money, that's all you have. You will become a debt slave. Okay. And this creates bitter old spirits, and this creates animosity, and individuals are worked, end up having to work in the red. Okay. Doing prostitution, so on and so forth. And I got to tell you, man, there's other situations, there's other businesses, so on and so forth, that are localized, that take, for instance, Planet Fitness. When you pay $10 to get there, if you're a homeless person and you need a place to shower, Planet Fitness has to let you in there to shower. Okay. So when the locusts came, okay, when we talk about the people, the things that's the migrants in New York, this same thing was occurring to me at Planet Fitness. And these individuals had, odd behaviors, was overly sexualized, and it's like they didn't know how to be human. It's like when they talk about like a brand new clone, and they targeted me, man. They did. In a subversive way. Any detective worth his salt will easily be able to see that by getting those cameras. There's prostitution in the back, so on and so forth. And how does it come so? It comes so that I am the problem. So what happens is, because they couldn't control all the people that they were being swarmed with, they kicked me out of the gym because they couldn't do their job for 1 hour. That's how thirsty these people were. I couldn't get them off of me. All right. I don't do nothing any day. I'm not allowed to work for the past year and a half. I'm not allowed SNAP benefits. The individual's been trying to kill me. I've been accused of all sorts of things. And none of these things have bear to be true. It just so happens that I'm black, so I could use a discrimination. Okay? But the fact of the matter is what it is. And it's the entire city. They're all crustaceans. All right? They're all cancers. They're all crustaceans, which is the beast. Or if you watch The Boys, the deep, he would be like a type of crustacean. All right. Listen. So by kicking me out, they admit they are admissible to guilt. And by what they're admissible to, I am not. By their confession of kicking me out. I can't be in a mission because I am no longer associated as well. By their rejection. As I've been rejected. And Christ said, those who are rejected by the world, those are mine. All right. The 144K are individuals that didn't eat from the tree in the garden, more than likely. I know I didn't. I remember. Okay. So, I get kicked out of the gym, and I went back today to see if it was so true. I wanted to see the reaction because I knew I was drawing these people into the gym, and they came out with that ad after I joined. A week after I joined, they start coming out with big fitness energy. All right. They were talking about looshing off of my energy. All right. And listen, people say that it's not every dragon there is a difference between a horse leech and dragons. These horse leeches are different. All right. Not every, dragon, maybe some dragons lose, sometimes they lose, but they're not trying to it's different if a vampire comes to you than if you're just around somebody, you have excess energy. It's a difference. If you watch Blade 1 and Blade 2, the vampires in Blade 2 were different. These were vampires that had like a crack habit. Something was wrong with them. All right. This is what I experienced. Okay. And I went back today, and lo and behold, there was not many people there. Okay, the church that was constantly open, the four corners, this place, whenever I just cross the parking lot, they have some type of electromagnetic grid that you cross that parking lot with certain persons, they will send vehicles out to go and patrol that thing. And I just crossed by the parking lot. The church is not even open. It started opening after I started crossing through there. All right. And now it's not even open, not even the coffee shop that used to be open. And it's like they generally, when they start sensing my energy, they open Dutch Brothers over here, and they open that Joy Coffee Shop. That's not even running. It's like, they pick and choose when they want to work now. They got obsessed with energy. Now the coffee shop wasn't open when I crossed over there. Now when I look in the gym, nobody's in there. And so I took a picture of the address of the gym because I wanted to make sure that I got it. The address, because I'm going to post it up in the next video. I'm going to put these photos together because they're too big for a thumbnail. And I'm going to put it in the next video of the type of things that I experienced. The guy who harassed me, the church that harassed me, they kicked me out of their parking lot when everybody was in there. They singled me out and kicked me out. And I was standing outside the coffee shop with a whole bunch of other people. You could get that off of their camera within the past year. You'll find it. Okay. And I believe it was on a weekend day. And you probably won't waste it. They probably, if somebody looks into it, they won't waste their time. But the feds and all these people, they're spent. America, White House down, these movies and things like that, they're trying to let you know America is falling right now. We're in a spiritual war. We're dealing with a spiritual beast, and it's us and them. It's us that are spiritually alive, and those who are spiritually dead, and you have to love your enemy because your family may not be complete in the sense that if they did things to take care of you, in other words, made a sacrifice in order for you to make it, you understand what I'm saying? Then they're roped into this beast through masonry. You understand what I'm saying? Which means their psychology or their mind is not as it typically would be. And this is where you notice the change in people. And you have to look at them and understand, okay, is this the individual that I knew? Or is this an individual that is acting adversely different and something's not right with them? That's not the same spirit. You know, they're in the hive or what have you. These are what you would call saints or whatever, because they put you on top of their shoulders. And that's something that was brought to my mind, and I had to realize today, the only reason that I'm able to fight this spiritual warfare is because my mother made a sacrifice, my father made a sacrifice and looked out for me. So it's been very frustrating because I feel like I've lost my entire family. They're still with me, kinda, you know, but they're not themselves. Like I know them. I've known them for 40 years. You understand what I'm saying? And sure enough, like at this gym, it was dead as hell in there. Nobody's hardly even going to that gym again, just like when I first started. And then after that, when they put out Bit Fitness Energy, all these people started coming and they start perusing around me because they wanted some energy. They're lacking energy. They're lethargic. They have little signs like they yawn or they drink water or as crazy as it sounds, a swig of water. I'm sure you've seen it several times. Anybody that's consciously aware, you know, they have different things. Or they bite their lower lip. Okay. You know, these individuals are from underground. A lot of these individuals has been turned into sex slaves, and not all of these are guilty. Some of these are individuals that got caught up in this situation, that got caught up in the umbrella of these underground corporations. This is where you get Resident Evil and the Umbrella Corporation in the zombie film. That's what's going on right now. These are locusts. If you understand what locusts are in the Bible, they're human beings. Okay? They're human beings. Okay? That have a different spirit. Okay? We're talking about swarming and the horde. And I would get swarmed. Okay, the people at the front desk didn't know what to do at Purple Shitness. They couldn't do their job. They couldn't even get people off of me for 1 hour. That's why I could flip over benches and things like that, because I was saying, hey, do your job. Do your fucking job. Because I'm not allowed to work and I'm not allowed to make a wage. Do your job for 1 hour. The guy at the front, the crustacean at the front, the cat gender, he just picks his nose with clammy hands. It's just disgusting. He's a personal trainer there. He's also the brother of the manager. Okay. And I watched this brother get passed up, 3 or 4 times in which he should have been a manager or a supervisor. Okay. By these other individuals in this nepotistic process. Okay. That embody the courtesy and good customer service that I received from the gym. And he was just trapped in this situation. And when you have that situation and they're intimidated by black men, because they're not intimidated by black men unless the black man is straight and an alpha male. But if you're a homosexual or you're gay or you're down with masonry or whatever, they're not intimidated with you. Okay? If you got panda, them dark rings around your eyes, they're not intimidated by you. But if you're a guy that looks like, you know what I'm saying, you give somebody some NyQuil, if they come incorrect, then they're terrified of you because they don't know basic things like just having basic self-respect. They disrespect me on sight most of the time. When I go in there, they do this. When they scan my thing, they do their little coronado or they point at the ground like that. That's some type of thing. Or they scratch their eye. They try to call me Ray. And I'm like, how are you honorable to something that you're fearful and against? How do you say that you're for Black Lives Matter and all of these things? Because that's this democratic type of establishment or whatever. And leave it to me. I'm a structural type of guy. I'm not necessarily democratic. I may be seen as leaning more toward conservative. But listen, I don't look to the left or the right. I don't fuck with this world at all, man. I follow Christ. You see what I'm saying? But to them, it's like, okay, they feel threatened by it. This is childish behavior. This is a new being that hasn't came into some type of understanding. But they're under witchcraft. They're under mind control as well. Okay? A lot of these individuals, and they pit victims against victims and black men against black men because These individuals are in no, their knowledge is evil, they have evil intentions, okay? And they don't feel like they can go forward with their process because they're cowards. They have evil intentions. It shows their knowledge. By me losing my gym membership without any investigation or whatever, this shows their knowledge. They accuse me of being on PEDs, using drugs, so on and so forth, and I don't got a dollar to my name. I can't afford a 97-cent Black and Mild. It's been this way for a year and a half. I eat refried beans every meal, drink lemonade and coffee, and all I get is heartburn. That's the only diet I got. All right. Money is tight. Things are tough right now. People are strange out there in the environment. The government can't really do so much. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's everywhere. It's just rampant. It's worldwide. Okay. So think of that movie Resident Evil, so on and so forth. But this brother should have been promoted. And this shows you the nepotism. And that section, Hy-Vee, is one of these businesses that's on that infrastructure. These businesses that'll never go out of business because this is what you sign up for when you first came in. I just happened to come through the Walmart one. Walmart 86 me or got rid of me because they were like, holy shit, this guy is too smart. Okay, I had to take it. They promoted me, and I knew something was up the minute they promoted me, but I wanted to get out of there because they started locking up the protein in the meat case, but they wanted me to do security. I'm like, I could do it, but I knew they had a plan on the rise to get rid of me. So I already was started looking everywhere in the town in Lee Summit and Independence. I couldn't get a job at Dollar Tree with 2 college degrees, stocking cans, and I stocked cans for damn near 10 years. History. Okay, while I was in college and school and so forth. So you're talking about a guy that can execute, I have my workouts in my book. I got one, I executed over 22,000 reps in 59 minutes one day. Okay. It's really like that. They'll tell you, now that's some shit, they'll tell you on truth. You could go back and you could look at the cameras. You'll see that there's some supernatural feat. You mean to tell me I can't work a job? So that could go as discrimination or whatever. This has big legs for a big case, but everybody be scared of it. They be scared to touch it because in order to be a lawyer, you got to do what? You got to sign up to be a Mason. You got to get down with the Brotherhood, and they have been infiltrated. It's with mixture. So it's up to us as citizens to fight for our families, all right, to get them out of that fucking spiritual oppression. That's what it is. And it's staged to look as if it's this woke society of LGBT and all of these things like that, because these individuals come in that way. That is under this magic and witchcraft, so on and so forth. But it's not necessarily that either. You see what I'm saying? There is just evil in the world, man. There are individuals that are working against individuals, and it's as a machine. So once an individual gets into masonry, so on and so forth, and they start doing these rituals and magic and whatever, witchcraft, so on and so forth, you know what I'm saying? They don't know that they're working the wine press, crushing the grapes of their family, killing off their progeny, with this sigil magic that works within the body of Christ, of which he died for the world. We are as a virus within the body of Christ. Depending on what we work, what we do, what we believe, our intentions, so on and so forth. All right. This is what it is. All of this fits together. It makes sense. All right. But someone needs to shut that down. Them people only live from Hy-Vee to Planet Fitness. This whole community is one crustacean that works together, because the beast, all right, is in power right now because man ate from the fruit in the garden. Okay. Adam ate from there and we fell. So this is the repercussion for our action, and we have to endure. Okay. It's been, a year and a half where I've noticed it. So, it could go up to 42 months. So, we're talking about another roughly 2.5 years that this situation could go on. But I've noticed some changes, and it seems like it's dying down. We've had a hell of a rise since 2019. All right. And I got to tell you, with that gym being down the street, and I got a picture, I'll put it on of the Flamingo bar where we have mini squatters and people taking Asian across the street, and an executive inn where you get free internet. You know what I'm saying? So on and so forth. And nobody goes in over there because it's a free enterprise world. The police know that individuals have to make money some type of way because we're in limbo right now. Okay? It's rough on everybody. All right? And now the individuals that couldn't work their job for 1 hour, they're working at the front desk doing their job. And that individual, just because I took a picture of Planet Fitness from the outside of the sign of Planet Fitness and the outer door of Planet Fitness, he picked up his phone and he started taking a picture of me and recording. Admission of guilt. You mean to tell me that he singled me out from just being in the parking lot and taking a picture? I was standing in front of the building and I took a picture. I didn't bother him. I didn't take a picture of him. I took a picture of the door. You understand what I'm saying? And that's got to be on camera as well. Okay? For today. So, all the times I've been there has been before 10 a.m. All right? So, all you have to do is go back to the year and look at that. All right? But they're guilty. And they know they're guilty. And they know they can't do anything about it. But versus deal with the problem, I'm only there 1 hour. Exercise for 1 hour. I can't get people to leave me alone. They're weird, man. And I made them self-aware, and now they know that they do that. But since I've left, they don't even go there. They don't even go to the gym. I really go to the gym and work out. I don't bother the females. I don't do any of that shit. It's frustrating because now I'm just on house arrest. I haven't committed any crime. My life has been robbed from me. I wonder if these niggas gonna steal my skin next. You know what I'm saying? Don't hate me because I'm Jacob. You know what I'm saying? It was extracurricular. It was particular and meticulous. As sloppy as they were. When do you see that many people agree unless they have a hive mind? These are zombies. One way or the other. You got to look out for those you love because they might not be in the right mind right now. And it's because they're hived in with other people. And it's not that they're against you. It's just that something else has taken a hold of their mind. And in order for you to eat in this world and make it to any type of living, if you don't want to stock cans with 2 college degrees as I had to, then you got to sign up. Okay? So that's what's going on. And there are no boundaries when it comes to spiritual world or masonry. There is no America or Europe or Asia. All of that is one mass. So when you talk about World War III, it's a spiritual war. We're dealing with spiritual beasts, and most of these people have been consumed. We got a TV show out right now called The Bear. That should be a big sign. Okay, it's one of the spiritual beasts in the Bible. They're trying to let you know. That's why I said you got to look at art. You got to look at what's going on. All right? But this is what I experienced, man. I'm going to post up the gentleman that the photographs of all the places that harassed me. I go to Shell X, which is really Phillips 66. It's not listed in the phone books. They would jip me out of these vapes. Here, I got a couple here. I threw out some of them. And they're called Zoho. You see how that's full? Hold on. Zoho. You see how that's full? And the lady tried to accuse me of stealing, but look. Doesn't work. They're $20 a pop. These are the different times because I have trouble sleeping. You understand what I'm saying? It doesn't work. She tried to accuse me of stealing, and then she found the only black dude in the store and lied and said she knew him 10 years. I'm like, I know you didn't know this man for 10 years because this shop hasn't been here that long. Your phone number is not listed. It's listed as the gas station that's been shut down, okay? And that you're hiding and doing business here. Just give me what you owe me. I need a vape that works. These are completely full. Reimburse me or something. And she could have went on camera. She could have looked it up, but she knew that she was guilty. You could check that post date from this video within the last 2 weeks. Okay? They raise the price after I buy something. Okay? They're wicked. All these people, they're locusts, man. They're hive. They're against you. I bought a pack of cigarettes the other day. It costs here in Missouri, a pack of Marlboros costs $11.40. A regular pack of Marlboro Reds. If you get the shorts, it costs $8.58. Damn near $9. What is this, movie theater prices? What type of inflation? This is insane. People are driving around and have unlimited amounts of gas, big trucks and big cars. Listen, nobody's financially hurting except for some people. That's a big sign or indicator that you should look at. All right. These businesses could get away with murder. Hy-Vee, Planet Fitness, Walmart. These are infrastructures that are all connected. Probably Target to have all these things that are sex slaves and got clones that are performing or whatever. This is how these people get along, right? So they might not have anything against you, but they have to because they're under this umbrella of this situation. Their lives are owned. They are trapped. But I say that with love. I'm going to cut this off. The gentleman at 555 Southwest Moonlight Meadows, okay, that came out and threatened me and harassed me and asked what's going on, that was looking for trouble, that came out with a golf club. He's wearing sunglasses the whole time. Probably got a fake eye. They got a fake eye implant where if you use a phone, okay, you can see the individual you're talking to. So this individual, had ulterior motives. In the stance he's standing in the picture I have, you know what I'm saying? He probably was standing in a Masonic thing. No telling if he's putting witchcraft on me